Now, this is a talking stream basically, and that's really all it's gonna be. I know I don't normally do talking streams, but sometimes I feel like I just should. So basically, what happened recently is that basically, as you know, I took like around like a 2-week break. One of those weeks was because I simply couldn't access my account because someone reported a message from one of the group chats me and my friends were in. None of us know who it was. The person won't say who they are because they undoubtedly know that there's no possibility that I'm going to forgive them for this.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
And the first week was I just didn't know what to really stream, so. So that's kind of the thing I want to talk about.
Check this out.
And also, you might see Epic less during streams now.
Oh, this is my jam.
There's a little debacle that happened, and both of us have our own sides of the story to it. And it's kind of trying to check the facts between us both because we both tell it in a pretty different way. But the gist of it is, I did slash kill on someone in an RP we're doing, which quote unquote wasn't scripted, even though it technically was, considering that they never discussed any of their plans doing it.
I am loving this.
And you're talking to someone who can't even build character development because they follow you around all the time. I mean, like, you discuss what you're going to do. My point is, though, non-scripted means that it isn't scripted at all. There's no discussing what's going to happen. You just do whatever there. It's kind of like what the SMP is supposed to be. If they don't have people there, they can't do their scripted stuff, obviously. But if they didn't do scripted stuff, then most likely Technoblade would be doing a lot more, or maybe a lot less. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind, if you guys fit into a character, and I couldn't really make a character out of someone that uses ice powers. And Tree just kind of left the group entirely because, well, I mean, he didn't really see a point in staying, I guess. And in all honesty, it made no sense to me either. I mean, like, it's cool and all that, but at the same time, why? What's the purpose of making a non-scripted roleplay? Like, I understand that that's not what to do, but most roleplays have some, like, just behind of them. Everything cannot just be unscripted. There has to be something particularly important about it. A backstory, something that makes the characters have character development over time. And with someone who uses ice powers who just quote-unquote showed up one day, I don't really know what exactly I could do with that. And obviously, I'm not gonna try to play by the rules that they want me to. I'm gonna play by what I want my character to be. Like a joke character. A character that will act and be like me. I can't really do like IRL type of RPG stuff like that, you know? Well, IRL, but you get what I mean. I'm not very good at really talking, so that's why I'm doing a talking stream today. Because the one thing about me is the fact that social anxiety is not the fear of talking to someone. Not to me, at least. It's the fear of saying something incorrectly. And it just sits in your head of if you should actually say what you're going to say or not. Do you really think that this is going to make a difference? Do you really think that this is going to cause something different to happen? And it's a hard question to ask yourself. And it's a hard question to answer as well. But most of the time, nothing changes. But like, at the same time, you need character development. And again, we have our own sides of the story. I'm not trying to go too much into depth of what happened. But in the gist of it, something stupid happened. But like, why could you? But I don't understand though. It was a simple joke because we can't kill each other. I understand we're gods and all that, and gods aren't supposed to be able to die. But why? I never got the point of why making it so you have to particularly be impossible to be killed. Because that means if we ever, because then a fight scene gets rid of all the actual good suspense there is. The Dream SMP, for example, Technoblade had potions, he had a lot of power, but from Technoblade's point of view, and from the viewer's point of view that watches through Technoblade's eyes, they don't know if he's gonna win. There's actual suspense to it, you know. But
Check this out.
But like at the same time, a fight scene should have the risk of you being killed. Like in the Dream SMP, yes, you know the winner is scripted to win, but you don't know if the winner is gonna actually win the fight.
You feel that?
Like, think about the times that they probably had to redo their fight scenes, all because one of them accidentally got killed. Basically what I'm trying to say is, the Dream SMP is kind of like most other things. My point being, nothing's really going to change all that much.
Raising the volume.
Like, it's hard to make a character seem... Okay, look.
Nothing's gonna
Me,
stop
I do... listen, I do a lot of roleplays on like Instagram and stuff like that. I know how to build a character.
you hear that?
But like, if you want to build a character, you need to give him a backstory. You need to give him a good reason of why they are there right now.
Check this out.
But of course with ice powers it basically just showed up one day, I think that the lore had at least, doesn't do that.
Raising the volume.
I just showed up one day or something like that. And like, I was trying to talk about ideas. If anything, you should be. No, I shouldn't be. Ice just. That's not what ice does. Anyone with ice powers would know that people with ice powers literally can use their powers to go faster if they want to. The whole point of an ice power is that you can use it to be able to move faster.
Nothing's gonna stop.
Ever thought of Frozen before? Yeah, he uses his powers to literally create slides so he can slide around a battlefield. Not battlefield, but you get what I mean.
Check this
But like, my particular ability is ice. And none of us know how to code things that very well to make it so it's actually a thing that only stays up when I have my sword and goes back to normal after some time. If we could, that'd be great. Or if we could get an actual thing that could do those powers for us, that'd be great too. But we can't mod a game that way, or we can't even use command blocks that way.
Oh, you hear that?
But you cannot tell me that all that I have done so far didn't make sense.
Oh, turn it up.
Anyways, like, But like at the same time, it was one thing that simply happened.
I am loving
And
this.
in all honesty, I don't think that what happened should have happened. Like, maybe that joke was taken a little bit too far, but at the same time, this was against the character that supposedly at the time was trying to burn my house down. But that was just a joke played by them. What were you expecting? The person who literally only got onto Minecraft so that they could stop someone burning their house down. That's not a joke you should do. It's a little bit of too far trying to say you're gonna burn down someone's residence. The place that they go.
I see. Raising the volume.
And it's stupid.
Pump up the volume.
I don't think they realize here
This is my
that a
jam.
simple character that just keep in mind just got added in too
See me through.
had more value over a character that literally was their friend for probably much longer. I don't know. But my point is that Epic, me and Tree both discussed this and we both came to the same conclusion that Epic, he's constantly over the top. It wasn't scripted. Yes, it was. If it wasn't, then don't talk about what's gonna happen in it. Planning things is scripting things.
Raising the volume.
And you're talking about a character that wouldn't even let me kill them. A character that could literally hit someone and freeze them, cause them to slow down and be forced to stand there. Plus the shatter effect, which would deal a lot of damage to them if they were to die.
Check this
But you're
out.
forgetting here that what happens, happens. Epic made himself an almighty god that couldn't die originally, that was extremely fast. That makes sense, but why? Why are you like that? What is your backstory up to this point that made you like this? What is your backstory?
Oh, turn it
What I'm
up.
trying to say is, there's no point making a character or trying to act out like that character if you don't know how the character should act. Build the character up through a backstory, and then think of that backstory, and use those particular things to try to not plan, but act how the character should act. Technoblade, for example, is a person who's supposed to be extremely powerful, but uses it against the government. His whole philosophy is that you're not supposed to be able to win against him. So Technoblade Never Dies thing. That's part of the whole entire thing. But at one point, he'll have to die. Keep that in mind.
You hear that?
You can't just think that a character cannot be built up.
Oh, turn it
Would
up.
Technoblade go against all this? Probably
This is
not.
my jam.
But it's the character he's playing. He doesn't actually hate the government. It's just the character he's playing. And if anything, as people have clearly discussed, we have to consider what the characters would actually be like with their particularly made things.
Let's up the tempo.
Like Wilbur, for example. How would he have turned out? If he didn't blow up Lamberg. Technoblade still would have did all that stuff because he's supposed to hate the government. That's the character
Oh, yeah.
that he plays. Lamberg would not be over a giant pit. It'd be simply rebuilt with a different design aesthetic on what got destroyed. That's all. And then a bunch of other stuff had happened. Someone made a video about this. I'm just saying what they said in the video. My point here is the fact of how, like, I often compare things to other things to make it more easier. So don't ask how to explain why the things are similar. Just listen, okay?
Oh, this is my jam.
I think it's quite obvious though that me and Epic, this should not have happened.
Oh, you hear that?
It was a simple joke that I did, alright? Was it really that bad? It was a simple joke. Cool, you were recording. Cut the thing out. No one's gonna want to watch you travel around. There's editing you have to do.
Turn it up.
And Technoblade may stream and all that, but to get all the stuff he has to do, he has to constantly grind. He had to grind to get all that Wither stuff. He had to grind to get all that gear for the Revolution. He has to do a lot of stuff that he probably didn't want to do as the character he had to play. But that's what you have to do. To make a character be convinced as who they are, you have to do things that you probably wouldn't do yourself. For example, which characters should be known? Dream, for example, is like kind of like the god figure. But keep in mind here, there's not just one person that controls the entirety of it. They all get turns taking care of the script.
Oh, this is my jam.
And they have to value those past events to make a reasonable outcome for what should happen next. When it became Technoblade's turn, he could have just basically done all of that immediately, but he didn't. And Technoblade doesn't let the game tell him what to do. Technoblade does not want to use powers or creative modes to get whatever he needs to do. He wants to do it all himself. And you have to value him, and you have to value that. The fact that he's willing to put the time into his character and not just throw some random thing around. Because the time he spent grinding was a time that he could spend to also think about what he could do, what he could plan, what he could... I don't know. Point is, I still think that the friendship between me and Epic should have ended because of one single simple command in a roleplay server. The gods can't die. We proved that wrong before.
Oh, this is my jam.
Everything dies, no matter what. Nothing is eternal. Everything one day must come to an end. And even if God can't die, one day the universe will die. So, what are they gonna do, eh?
Pump up the volume.
Exactly. Basically nothing. For example, try to tell me, what is each character's role in the Stream SMP?
Yeah, time to heal up.
What do each of them do to make them important to the storyline?
Oh, yeah.
Now there are some characters that, for example, have nothing to do with the storyline. And some characters who have served their purpose in the storyline. My point being is, I don't think that it's gonna happen again. It did happen like again recently, but that was from a completely different related topic. He made a joke that went way too far. And then he acted out as I'm the problem there, even though he clearly was. Epic, if that joke was really that bad, you should never have made it.
Nothing should have stopped.
You should have given that up by now. Also, you made fun of rape.
I'm under attack.
You can't do that. So it's not just partly the fact that you're making fun of my girlfriend and me, but you're also making fun of a serious problem with society, with people, specifically. And that was the problem.
Oh yeah.
How could you even think of a joke like that? How? I get that you're like extremely mean and all that, but still.
Nothing's gonna stop. Oh, this is my jam.
And I know I'm live streaming right now, so I'm not gonna cut out anything I say.
You feel that?
I'm gonna speak my opinion. And Epic, don't even try to comment. Don't make a video in response to this. Just keep your opinion to yourself. Alright? Because I am tired of listening to you pretend like you're the best. And sure, you could be. Keyword could. But at the same time, I play games for fun. Purely for fun. I use the internet so I can get fun out of it.
Check this
And
out.
the fact that I have to constantly live in my mind with the fact that I might not be able to even see Jeff once in my life, ever. It's just sitting in my mind all the time. Her parents don't trust people anymore. Not what happened to her. So I'm not gonna say what happened, alright? But the point is that Evan made a joke, that's really all. And he did make fun of it. And I don't like that. But at the same time, Epic, what was that joke? Did you not think before you sent it? Cause you should have listened to it before you sent it.
Raising the volume.
To make sure it sounded right.
I see.
But it took you a few seconds after that, you realized that it was a really bad joke. And I took offense to it. And now you're the good guy for saying sorry.
Oh, you hear that?
No, Epic. If you were sorry, you would accept that you were the bad guy. And that me trying to defend the person that I love is completely normal. You should understand that I'd not be in the right mindset to be nice. Do you really expect someone to be able to keep all their anger and hate just rag inside them forever? You deal with it. We both deal with our sadness in a different way. But me, I'm trying to actively improve myself so that I can't stop.
Oh, turn it up. You feel that?
So, what if this never happened?
I am
Would
loving
anything have changed? That joke have ever been made? Would my reaction stay the same? Probably. But it is true that while that happened again, I wasn't the problem this time. It was you. For making a bad joke. And sure, you immediately figured out that it was a bad joke and regretted it, but
F it up. this out.
But so did I. And I'm pretty sure me and Tree can also tell the same thing, that there is no reason for what happened to have happened. There is no reason for it to have stayed the same.
Move.
But don't you realize that because you weren't my friend at that particular point, that I simply didn't care?
I am loving this.
Don't you realize that? Because in my head at that particular time, what was going through it? The fact that you were my friend? Or the fact that I should be defending the person I love?
Oh, you hear that?
Which do you think came through my head first?
See me through.
You should know the answer. And would I have defended her? Yes, I would have. But at the same time,
Feel that? I could use some help.
at the same time,
Move.
all I heard was the joke. I didn't hear your the voice message about you apologizing. I was too focused on saying what I was gonna say.
Raising the volume.
And yes. But if you want to be sorry, you have to be sincere. Don't make it sound like you don't care. Because the joke you made was not good.
Check this out. Ha. Oh, turn it up. I see. Ha.
Quality over quantity? That was the question.
Pump up the volume. I am loving this.
For fun or to win?
Oh, you hear that?
What do you play for?
Oh, turn it up.
Ask yourself some questions. And while you're at it, ask yourself what could or should have happened from that.
I see.
What if by then I just couldn't do it anymore? Because I'm pretty sure you both know what I'm talking about. And hearing that joke,
Ha.
you know for a fact that this made me want to do it even more.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the same guy I was 3 years ago, Epic. I'm not. I'm weaker. My heart is figuratively
Ha.
weaker.
Check this out.
I don't have a heart of steel anymore. I had to soften my heart up so I could be able to invite people who cared in for me. And softening yourself up makes you betrayed.
Nothing's gonna stop.
I felt pretty betrayed by you. The fact that 3 years of such fun and greatness could be put through one simple command on a roleplay keyword right there.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you care if you get it through your first recording or not?
Raising the volume.
Technoblade is a lot of stuff. Again, I'm gonna go back to Technoblade.
Oh,
But like,
Move.
what do all the characters do? Ninja was part of the SMP, and he's not came back since. And they don't need him for the story. He's just there, you know? But the point is that when I joined, I was expecting to, you know, be treated with a cool power. Being able to create ice is a cool thing and all, but
Oh, turn it up.
we're on console,
Check this out.
guys. We're not on a main server. Not main server, but we're on console. Command blocks can only reach so far.
F it up.
What I'm trying to say here is that maybe if me and Epic just,
Oh, you hear that?
I don't know. But I personally think that, but like also at the same time, they couldn't really deal with that, with what was going to happen. And would they have blamed Epic if I followed through with what I was going to do? Most likely they would have.
Raising the volume.
And he used, and I don't know why, but Epic was just like,
Oh, yeah.
all these people are friends with me. Yes, Epic, I know that. The only reason that group exists is because of the PlayStation. How they changed the parties around.
No hand here.
If that never happened, we probably wouldn't even be at the current point we're at. It would have just been me, you, and Tree in a simple small group, rarely having someone else join in. But now every single time someone's out of a party, we all go into it, no matter what it is.
I see. Oh, yeah. F it up. You feel that? Oh, turn it up.
Me and Epic have been through different things.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
And I get why he does what he does. But I think by now Epic has realized that, but I think by now that Epic has realized that a sympathetic heart is much better than one filled with anger. Epic, you know what I've been through since then.
Oh, you hear that?
Have you ever heard of something
Oh, yeah.
so great but so horrible? Have you ever thought of something that you thought you could have done, so it didn't happen? And it is true that we'll never feel each other's past or know what they are, but me being sympathetic,
I see.
I have a hard time trying to trust that I can't feel what you felt. Neither of us are that good at knowing.
Check this out. Pump up the volume.
And Epic, you trust me, you wish you didn't have a sympathetic heart. You worry about the smallest things.
Oh, this
You
is my
care
jam.
about everyone. Everything.
I am loving this. Oh, you hear that?
I told Tree. Also, by the way, Tree, I felt a bit betrayed. But, I told Tree about what I was going to do. He should have just shut his mouth and let what happened happen.
Oh,
I would have
this is
said,
my jam.
I would have done what I was gonna say. Hello, Matt.
I could use some help. Nothing's gonna stop me.
My point here is that Epic what exactly is your plan after all this? When you grow up and you have to do things, how are you going to be able to deal with your rage? Try to explain that to me.
You feel that?
How do you plan to deal with your rage?
Check this out.
Because you won't be able to. I can feel, and I feel it too.
Oh man. This needs through.
You have to be more calm around other people, Epic. You can't stay the way you are. Hope you realize that one day. And I'm glad you figured out that joke was a little bit too far. But at the same time, you should have made the joke in the first place. And you know it too. It's
You hear
unfortunate.
that? Nothing's gonna stop me.
What if you never made that joke?
Ha.
But the next time I'm around Epic, I'm gonna talk to him.
Heal up. Pump up the volume. Speed boost. Ooh. Raising the volume. You feel that?
Anyway, the point here, what I'm trying to say is, Epic. We should be friends.
Oh, let's
That's all I'm
break it
trying to say at this point.
Oh, turn it up.
I don't see a point where we shouldn't be.
Ha.
And I know you're scared, but I don't think you ever realized, didn't you?
This needs through.
Someone else reported you, and it wasn't me. Somewhere among our group of friends. It's definitely not Tree. We already know she would not do that to you. It wouldn't do it to me either. But someone among our group of quote-unquote friends reported us and got our accounts suspended for some time. And this is the thing we need to figure out. Because currently, we're blaming each other for what happened. I don't know why you think I do it, because you know for a fact that I didn't. Even though I was really angry, trying to get rid of your account would do nothing to solve the problem. So I didn't. I didn't think of doing it. It crossed my mind, but at the same time, I didn't think of doing it. I know it would do nothing to stop the problem that was at hand. Plus, it would ruin my chance to possibly become friends again with you in the future. So, I wouldn't have done it. But the better question is, who reported me?
Oh, yeah. Let's get you healed up.
It wasn't Tree, he wouldn't do it. So, you said it yourself, Epic. All these people are your friends, so I bet it's nice trying to find out who the betrayer was. And a group of friends among yourselves. Isn't that great? To think that that you say that you have a group of friends, yet one of them betrays you. Why? Why would they betray you though? Like, I can't understand this either, Epic. I'm actually on your side about this. Why would someone betray you? Just why? Like, I've gained to understand that you are a pretty vulgar person.
Nothing's gonna stop.
You like swearing a lot. But at the same time, why did someone report you, of all people? You've been like this for ever since I've known you, really.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who the betrayer is, but when we find out, we need to know if they did the same thing to me. Also, like, seriously though, also, Sony really should tell us who reported us after the suspension is over. There's no purpose in hiding it. There isn't.
Oh, turn it up.
What purpose does hiding the name of the person who reported us do? What purpose does that do? And I still not gotten a reply back yet. Actually, I'm gonna quickly just check right now to see if I have or have not. I need to see. Yeah, they still not told me. Anyways,
Raising the bar.
yeah, there's no point in hiding it. There really isn't.
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst someone can do? So, who betrayed us is the basic question here. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we both
Check
love an
this out.
answer.
Ha.
Wouldn't we now?
You feel that?
What I'm trying to say is the whole entire problem about really all this was the fact that one simple joke resulted in something else
I am
happening.
loving this.
Don't you realize, Epic? It was just a domino pattern. If you never hit the first domino, the end would never have been. The end never would have. It never would have. The string of events wouldn't have happened. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Was it a good idea to push that domino down?
Ha.
Did it improve what art? Did it improve? Or are you gonna set it back up? Are you gonna keep it down? Or are you gonna set it back up?
Nothing's gonna stop.
Or are you going to just simply put it away? And pretend like it simply didn't happen? As the worst of it probably shouldn't have happened. I mean,
Oh yeah.
a lot of things that we both know about each other, and what if you just didn't do that?
Healing boost. Here, let's pick it up.
Anyways, back to the next topic. I got a new girlfriend again. This time, it's an actual person who I really should be dating. I mean, we're crazy at the same time, and we
Pump up the volume.
the point is the point is she's a lot
Check
better
this
than I was.
out.
Look, the point is she's a lot better than I was expecting. All right. And to someone else who might still be watching my videos, I am sorry. This person knows who they are. Well, this person knows who she is. I'm sorry for what I did to you. And don't feel like it's for the better. It really isn't. I still kept a certain video to myself of a Minecraft house that we built together.
Oh yeah.
Way before. I'm sorry for what happened, but I just...
Speed boost. Ha.
I'm sorry for what I did to you. But you have to understand how hard it was to make that choice. To decide that it was a lot harder than I wanted it to be. You know, the current person that I'm with, we used to be poly. Both of us. But one day I asked if we should change that, and we decided that we should. And I think the reason why I was hiding behind poly, well, being poly, was because
I am
I
loving
was just
this.
scared of not having someone to go to again.
Ha.
So when I felt it coming back, I asked her if I should, and she got kind of mad that I even would ask that, even though it was how it started out. Of course, things happened. We broke up and got back together. But my point here is that things are going much more smoothly now. They're working a whole lot better now.
Oh yeah.
Also to Nessa, the person who has access to her account. Stop. Just
Under
leave.
attack.
Just don't. Alright, please. Just don't do what you did a few days ago.
Check this out.
What that is none of your business. Alright? What we do in our DMs is none of your f***ing business. So please do not do that. Alright?
Move.
And don't ask me either. I'm not telling you.
Ha.
Kira doesn't know either. Alright?
Raising the volume. Oh yeah. Oh, this is my jam.
Anyways, back to another point here. Oh, Overwatch 2. I don't know when that's gonna come out. I can't wait for the story version of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Can't wait for speedrunners to go into it.
You feel that? Little hand here. Raising the volume. Check this out.
Also, in my personal opinion, stop speedrunning in Minecraft. It is not a game you need to speedrun. It just isn't. So just stop. All right, just stop. It's not gonna change anything all that much. Minecraft speedrunning makes no sense, first off, and second off, people are interested that Dream is supposedly cheating.
I see. I am loving this.
Dream, just stop. I know I'm not gonna watch this video, but at the same time, it's just like... But it's just like this though. I don't think people realize this, but like, just stop speedrunning Minecraft. It doesn't need speedrunners. Like, I'm just, like, speedrunning Minecraft makes no sense in the first place.
Oh, this is my jam.
Also about Nintendo, stop trying to make it so people can't use the game's glitches and unintended features. Some of them made the game much more fun. Glitches can be good, too. Like game-breaking glitches, for example. Those are bad. Patch those. But if it's a simple, funny little glitch that people can do like a visual or like unintended thing to happen, just leave it in. It's not gonna matter. If people want to make levels with glitches, let them. It's not gonna change anything.
I see.
With every patch, you fix a glitch, but you're not gonna be able to get every single glitch gone.
Check this out.
People are gonna find new glitches without you even knowing. Like, there's probably someone out there that knows about a glitch, but won't ever say it. Won't ever post about it. Will just keep it to themselves, and they're the only person that knows. It'll be a glitch that goes... that is forever lost in destructiveness, basically. No matter what you try, no matter what you do.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
Only through conflict do we
Personality
evolve.
synchronization 100%. Good to be back. Moving up. Flight routine activated. Focus my target. Hey there. Boosting up. Going free.
We're all soldiers now.
So, how much can I be healed if I use this now? Let's see. An entire heal. Interesting.
I've got you in my sights. Justice ain't gonna dispense. Build them up, break them down. Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
Let's hustle. Come on, let's bring it together.
I'll be watching over you.
Justice will be pure on my naughty. This is not over. feel certain some morning. Come on down! I'll feel certain some morning.
Why do I even still? Why do I even